Hey everybody, welcome in. It's a special edition of the Full Court Press podcast, talking everything local hoops. Playoffs are here. Wow. Boys start Saturday, girls start Monday. With Jason Guarenteand, Jeff Reinhart here, LMP and Lancaster Online. A special edition to get you ready for the LL playoffs. Brackets are pretty much set, like 99%. Certainly enough to talk about and preview. So let's dig in and chat about the brackets. Give me an overview of the boys first. Give everybody the matchups and when and where. Go.
Section 1 champs have home court advantage in the quarterfinals. Lancaster Catholics at Hempfield, and Warwick is at Mennonite in the top half of the bracket. Pequea Valley is at Conestoga Valley, and Cedar Crest, most likely, is at Octorara in the bottom half.
So as of Thursday morning, Section 1 still has not been determined?
It's down to the second number after the decimal point in the power ratings.
All right, that's not terrible.
We can talk about whether that's the best way to resolve this thing later.
Yeah. I think we do need to touch on that. Battle of the Valleys in Whitmer. That's interesting. Yep. Okay, girls, top bracket, Section 3 runner-up, which should be LS. LS plays on Thursday night, but they should be safely ahead of Manheim Central to get the seed. They're at Manheim Township, co-champ with Cedar Crest. Township will win the tiebreaker on power rating. LS just played at Manheim Township last Saturday and beat them. That'll be an interesting rematch. Section 2, number 2 will be Warwick, co-champs with Ephrata. Ephrata wins the tiebreaker on power rating. Warriors at Section 4 champ Pequea Valley. Intriguing matchup. Bottom bracket, District 4 Section 4 number 2 Columbia, co-champ with Pequea Valley, but they're number 2 because of power rating. They're at Section 2 co-champ. A lot of co-champs. Oh my God, I've typed co-champ a lot this week. At Ephrata, they got the tiebreaker over Warwick, and at the bottom, co-champ in Section 1 Cedar Crest at the only outright champ in the league this year, Section 3 champ Lancaster Catholic. Boys games are Saturday at 12. Girls games are Monday at 7 o'clock. Okay, let's break them down. We'll go through the games. Top of the bracket, Catholic boys at Hempfield. Two teams with losing records squaring off.
Yep, Hempfield could get to 11-11 if they beat Mifflin in their last game. But
interesting.
Let's talk about Hempfield.
Yeah.
They beat McCaskey at home to clinch it outright.
Yes.
They won their last 5 the second time through the schedule. They beat all 5 teams. So they earned it. You beat all 5. You can't argue with that. They're clearly the deserving section champ. They were 3-19 last season.
Oof.
And you have a season like that at Hempfield, and if you're an outsider, you kind of forget about it and you move on. But if you're a player, you live with that for an entire year.
Yeah, you do.
Because you live in that program around those kids, and they felt like they had let down the history of Hempfield basketball with that record. Yeah. You got to realize that Hempfield won the league championship in 2023, so these seniors were freshmen then, so they've seen how great Hempfield can be firsthand. It's not like ancient history to them. Yeah. And they felt, the word they used was disservice. Like, we did a disservice to the players who came before me. That was quote. The way they said it.
Yeah.
And I just think, this is their redemption. They came back, and now 3-19 doesn't matter anymore because they're section champs. That's how they went out if you're a senior, and they deserve it. It's incredible perseverance for them, and just shows how much hard they must have worked to just keep getting a little bit better and a little bit better till at the end of this season, they were the best team in Section 1, and they're, they've got a shot at this thing. Everyone who's in the field has a shot at it. Catholic is coming to Hempfield. Crusaders stumbled. They lost their last 5 games, but they won the 3-way tie at 5-5 in Section 3 for second place. So They've played they were beating Octorara by 18 at half and lost a close one. They played Warwick to the final minutes. So Catholic has shown it can win a game against one of the best teams in the league, and that's what they'll need to do to win the quarterfinal.
There you go. Okay. I'm actually going to cover that. I'm jumping on the boys beat.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'll do my best to keep up. I like the girls' game pace.
Well, the Hempfield pace will not be dizzying for you. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday at Landisville. Top of the girls' bracket. LS at Township. As mentioned, it's a rematch. Assuming it's LS. LS took care of Township last Saturday. Played great. Morgan Dombach had a really good game in the paint. Township's been kind of streaky. They go to Cedar Crest and win, and they get a tie for the section title, and then they lose to LS at home on their home court. Township, a lot of athletes, not flashy. Sanaya Robinson's having a great season, 17 points a game, 40 plus 3. She's really good. So LS is going to have to defend Robinson at the arc and in transition. LS is kind of going away from the three-pointers. They had that game where they lost to Manheim Central 30-8 a couple weeks ago, and they said, you know what, we shot too many threes and we didn't make them. So LS is kind of taking a different route here. They're scoring in transition off steals and attacking the glass, and LS has been hot here down the stretch. They had a huge win at Northern Lebanon this week to get that tie for second place. Intriguing game. LS at Manheim Township. That should be interesting. Very interesting. All right, the best boys game on paper has got to be Warwick and Mennonite.
Yeah, you look at the records. Warwick's 18-4, Mennonite's 19-2.
Wow.
Those are the kind of records you see in the final.
That's a final. Yeah.
It's just the way the bracket fell and the fact that Warwick did not win Section 2 because Conestoga Valley took it away, puts Warwick in that runner-up line. It's the third straight year they've played in the league playoffs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warwick got Mennonite both times, got him in the semis last year and the quarters the year before. And you would ordinarily say, well, the players have changed, but in Mennonite, a lot of them haven't. Like Chase Hurst and Bill Rothwine were starters as
Bill
sophomores.
is still there.
Bill is still
All
around.
right.
So these guys have lived those defeats, a lot of them. And so this is their tournament. This is what they want. They've said it repeatedly. It's the one thing that Mennonite has never won. It's the one thing that Chase Hurst has never won. They haven't even been to the final since 1991. So I look at, do you have three scorers? I think that's a big thing in the playoffs. Both these teams have three double-digit scorers.
Wow.
And usually if you have a double-digit guy, he can get you 15 to 20 on a given night. So if one thing goes wrong, you have another guy to back it up. Both teams have sort of that incomplete roster to win the whole tournament. But one of them's not going to pass this round. It's a tough matchup for Mennonite.
A little bit.
Warwick's tall. They have four starters, 6'3" to 6'5", and Mennonite's not real big, so they're going to have to really work on the glass, and they're going to have to find ways to score against that long reach that Warwick has. And Your Majesty can match up with Chase Hurst, and they're old buddies, and they've been teammates in AAU.
For real?
They know each other really well, which I think makes everything harder.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Warwick has Your Majesty Washington, Austin Clemens, and Brody Clausen all can put up big numbers, and Mennonite has Chase Hurst, Dalton Knowlton, Jackson Bear. So it'll be fun. It's a great matchup.
Yes, it is.
I think, the winner could win it all, and the loser's going to be thinking about, man, this could have been our year.
chance. Yeah. Wow. You're going to that?
That's where I'm going to,
Enjoy that. Saturday at high noon. Okay. Girls upper bracket still. Warwick at Pequay Valley. Intriguing matchup here. We've been talking about it all winter. Pequay Valley, what do you got? Here we go. And they're getting like the it team from the season. Warwick's been great. They went to Chichester the other night and dropped like 78 points. Beat Garden Spot on the last night of league play, put up 60 to make sure that they made their statement and got their share in the section. Warwick's been fantastic. Mia Warfel, as mentioned, a lot with the threes. She's at like 63s now. She's been unbelievable. Love the matchup. Pequay Valley, Janae Patterson, 20 points a game, 21 points a game. And Pequay Valley's been really good. So what a fascinating matchup here. Whenever you get these Section 4 teams going up against a bigger team with a deeper bench and a couple of more athletes, That's just crazy fascinating. So Warwick, first section title since 1991, so they're feeling it. They have a lot of mo. We'll see if they can slow down Janae Patterson. I think that's the key to the game. You got to slow down Patterson. Don't let her dribble drive and get to the rim. Conversely, Pequea Valley's got to guard the perimeter and not let Warfel just hit threes. If she hits 6 threes and scores 20, Warwick's going to win. So love that matchup. Love that upper bracket is a lot of fun. So Warwick at Pequea Valley on Monday night. Okay, Pequea Valley at Conestoga Valley, boys, lower bracket.
Yeah, Pequea in for the first time since 2004.
What?
Only the second time ever.
Wow.
Yeah, the Mike Schatzman, Aaron Grable, the coach, was a junior on that
That's
team.
right.
Yeah, so they've lost 5 out of 6 down the stretch.
Uh-oh.
They've been banged up. Owen Fisher's been out. Carson Hollinger's been out, 2 of their top 3 scorers. And Hollinger's back. He played against Susquehanna last night, so they have at least one of them back for this matchup. Fisher's their leading scorer at 12.1, and Nolan Stoltzfus is second at 10.1. Shockingly, Pequea Valley has a kid named Stoltzfus. I know
Fisher and Stoltzfus.
Yes,
I love it.
Very unusual.
Love it.
So this is one of their primary goals. Get in.
Sure.
They're not trying to win this thing. Getting in is a big part of their season, and getting into districts and having a winning record, because Pequea Valley hasn't had many winning records in their history. So this is a great season for them. It could have been a little bit better if they'd stayed healthy down the stretch. They probably have a couple more wins. CV 11-1 in Section 2. They swept Warwick. They beat Warwick when Your Majesty played and when he didn't play. So there's no excuses there. They have those 3 scorers, the double-digit guys: Sawyer Espenshade, Cameron Bear, and Kylan Noon, who's the big breakout player as a sophomore. He's going to be something by the time he's finished at CV. They have Carter Gaiman. Do not look at this kid's numbers.
Okay.
He is way better than his numbers.
Okay.
He's 6'5", and he can handle the ball, and in a different situation, he'd be a 12 to 15 point per game guy. They just don't – that's not what they need, and they spread it around so much. There's only so many points to go around when you have 7 or 8 guys who can score. So haven't been to the finals since 2009, CV. That was when they last won it. So they get this game at home.
Yes.
And they get the semifinals at home.
Yes.
At the Rill.
I'm waiting for people to gripe about that.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
If they get through.
I mean, if Township got the championship on their home court last year.
These are predetermined people. Predetermined.
So this is it sets up well for them. This is their shot to get there, and they're not all. They have some very good seniors, but they also have a core that will be back. So this is not a one and done thing for them. They'll be good next year too.
We've been waiting to see how CV's going to handle this, because they had such a good season in the section. We shall see. Enjoy that game in Whitmer. Girls lower bracket. Columbia at Ephrata. Interesting. Seen Ephrata a lot here lately. They've had some big games. Beat Cocalico on Wednesday night, 31-26. Rock fight in Denver. Oh man, those two just go at it constantly. A lot of pushing and shoving and elbows in that game this week. But Ephrata wins. Emily Bender, I'll mention her, had a huge game. Picked a great night to score 15, career high, and helped them come back. They were down 14-10 at half. Football game in Denver. But Ephrata comes back and wins, and they share the title. 3 section championships in a row for Ephrata. That's pretty cool. Tied. Kind of sneaky. I've seen them like 4 or 5 times. Lexi Dreggy's kind of the name. Everybody kind of knows who she is. Sophomore. Leads them in scoring. Bigler can hit threes. Delaney Burke is still there. She was on the championship team 3 years ago. Crawley's a nice player, kind of a streaky shooter, but when she's making buckets, she's tough. She had 18 in their game against Country Day on Wednesday. So love the matchup. Columbia's going to have to solve Ephrata's D. Ephrata's got length. Jazz Sanders has had a great freshman breakout season. Leah Caldwell is just everywhere, running the court, on the floor, on the boards. So a tricky matchup for Columbia, but they're in. They're alive, and they shared the section title with Pequea Valley. So interesting matchup there. We'll see if Ephrata gets through. You know, they keep winning the section. We'll see if they get through.
What's the difference between a rock fight and a slugfest?
I use both. Yeah. I don't know.
Are they interchangeable?
They're interchangeable. You know, it's just it's a grinded out game, and it's
physical.
First one to 30 wins. Yeah. Like that's kind of how they are. And Ephrata had 23 turnovers against Cocalico Wednesday night, and still won. They found a way. So.
Well, give Ephrata and Township credit here. They both lost
key players,
athlete of the year caliber people,
big time,
and they both still got a piece of the section title. That's coaching, and that's culture, and that's just rallying around the cause.
It's so. I mean, and I've seen Township and Ephrata several times here down the stretch, and it's very depressing watching Liv Palmer and Marie McCracken not play, but B, hobbling around on crutches.
It's terrible.
And knee braces, and it's like, oh my gosh, these kids are so talented, and their senior years got wrecked. And wow, so correct. Streaks and mounts to win section titles, and Brian Cirillo brought it up right away after the game Wednesday. He said this one's even more special because we did this without our point guard and our engine kid. So wow, interesting. Okay, last boys game. At Octorara, at Glen, place to be.
Cedar Crest.
Yeah.
655 in the power ratings. Yeah. Manheim Township 645.
Oh my!
That's how we decided this thing. So we have a team that's 13-9 in Cedar Crest, and Township's 12-9. We have teams that are both 7-3 in the section.
Yeah.
We have Crest beat Township at home by 18, and then Township mercy ruled Crest like a week ago.
Wow.
And we're going to decide this with power ratings because we're not having a playoff because I guess we're all too busy. I don't know. It just seems silly to me. If ever a situation screamed for a one-game playoff, it would be Crest and Township.
No
but
doubt.
good for Crest. They're in this thing, and that's all they want to be at this point, and they are the two-time defending champions. Not many players back from last year's team.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They've rebuilt it, and that's, you talk about tradition and culture and what Tommy Smith has built there.
Yes.
When you get back to the league playoffs after losing 8 seniors, you have built something that is sustainable. There's no down year. There's just the next year when we contend again is how they look at it. So this is a tough one. Section 1 runner-up.
Yeah.
2 at Glen, the land of half-moon backboards.
Love it.
It's crazy there. I don't know if it'll be crazy for a noon Saturday game, but on a Tuesday night in Section 3, that place is nuts. It will rattle even the most experienced players. The only guy I saw go in there and play great was Chase Smucker. He was like immune to that place, but other teams would go down there, and it was worth a few points before they got their footing. And people screaming like maniacs. It's an incredible environment. So we'll see if Crest can do this. Like you said, it's the same thing on the girls' side. When the Section 1 team goes down to the Section 3 or Section 4 team, it is the most interesting. That's what makes this tournament great.
Love it.
And that's what we have in the LL that not every league has and not every county has. So Octorara has Vincent Thaler, 1,000-point scorer. He just got there.
Yep.
And Vito Vespi, they both average 14 points a game.
Okay.
They have 5 kids who've started for 2 years. They have, I think, 4 kids who've played varsity for 3 years. They are experienced. They've been through this. They're 20-1. They pulled out some heart stoppers at the end. They beat LS by 2 points and 1 point. They beat Catholic by 3. So they've been tested. They haven't been rolling along. And this is their chance to win. They've never won a league playoff game, and they've obviously never won the title. Cedar Crest has Jamar Paulius. He's the sophomore who will be the guy. He's the guy you're going to be hearing about for 3 years. And they have some Torados. There's always some Torados. Cam and Antonio.
Yes.
And then Steven Reyes is another sophomore who's going to be there for a while.
He's the quarterback.
Yeah. So, another great athlete. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what they do there, though, right? They get that kid who's like Paulius is a soccer player, I believe. They get that kid who's good at other sports, and he plays basketball. And that's why they had 8 seniors last year, because all those kids who play multiple sports stuck it out, and because they wanted to win that league championship. So if they three-peat, it's one of the great coaching jobs in recent LL history. And if Octorara wins, then we have the first-time experience. And Coach Gene Lambert, who you gave a complex because he sends his results in 2 emails.
Yeah, he did it
Gene.
again.
Yeah, he did it again. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Thank you, Gene. I hear you on this end.
It was 11:15 when that came in, and I was literally laughing out loud at my dad.
did too. He got the message. That bottom bracket boys is fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just all kinds of great. Last girls game, Crest again at Lancaster Catholic. Crusaders have been here 1.35 million times. They've gotten hot down the stretch. They do have to play Berks Catholic in a non-league on Thursday night, which is intriguing. But Catholic's won like 9 out of 10. They found it. Mia Bonafide is lived up to the hype and then some at the point. She just gets better every game. She is an Energizer Bunny kid who makes them go. Nevaeh Kennedy's had an MVP kind of a season for them. Catholic's kind of found it. Detz has kind of found his rotation. He knows what he's got. Everybody's healthy. And I saw them clinch against Elko earlier in the week. I think it was this week. I don't even know what day it's at this point.
I think it was Monday. Yeah.
I think it was Monday. And Detz kind of said, "Hey, we're healthy. We have our kids. We have figured it out, and it's time." And I talked to to their kids, and Albertini was like, "Yep, it's playoff time. We're ready." So the Catholic punches this button back in their team room, and all of a sudden they're just like, "Here we go, here we go." Crest had a 2-game lead in the section last week. Lost to Manheim Township. They get down to the last night of league play. Have to beat Penn Manor to win it outright. Comet Spring won. Play spoiler and beat Crest at Crest. Township beats Lebanon. They tie. So Crest had to settle for a tie. And then the next night, they had to go to Mifflin. And they lost at Mifflin. And they lost at Manheim Central. So they've lost like 3 in a row here. Ellie Malinowski, get well soon. They need her. I noticed in a video clip that Wednesday at Mifflin, she was in a walking boot.
No.
That's not good. I'm tired of the injuries. We could go 30 minutes on injuries this year.
Especially on the girls' side. Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. So I was told that she's going to hopefully play Monday against Catholic. They're going to need her because Catholic's going to defend and jump them playing on their court. At Catholic, it's tricky to go there and win, man. I don't care who you are. It's really hard to go in there and win, and it's a playoff game. Kayla Francis Crest got 1,000. A lot of kids got 1,000 in the last week.
Yep.
Leah Caldwell got it. Kenzie Eckhart got it. Francis got it at Mifflin on Wednesday night. She's over 1,000. One more LL girl should get it this year. Casey Weimer, Northern Lebanon, is at 985. Vikings play Tuesday against Brandywine Heights, non-league, and then a district game. So I think Weimer's got 15 points in her there. Let's talk about these tiebreakers. I miss the 1-game playoffs, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And I think in a couple situations in the boys, we had 3-way ties at 5 and 5.
Yeah.
I think you can use like the triple head-to-head in that case.
Yes.
And that's fine. And in that case, Catholic and Pequea Valley both swept one of the other teams, so they got in. I have no problem. If you sweep a team, then you deserve it. But if you split 2 regular season games, you each won on the other or one on your home court.
Yeah.
Why can't you just play again?
I don't know.
The LL has so many non-league games. The boys play 12 non-league games. Most teams.
That's a lot.
We can't. That atmosphere at Buchanan for that McCaskey Hempfield game was unbelievable.
Yes, I want to ask you about that.
The reason was everyone knew exactly what was at stake. You win, you're section champs.
Yep.
So if we create a game between Crest and Township, I don't know, give it to Crest because they had power rating. Give them home court.
Let them
if you want to make power rating decide something. And then have 2,000 people show up and scream their heads off and have a good time. What's wrong with that?
I know.
Is that better than playing out of county and a game that no one will care about or remember?
Exactly. Yeah. I hate that like some number and some decimal point because you beat Fleetwood back in December is going to cost you that. I think first place. It should be a 1-game playoff. It always was for years.
Yeah, it was. But then you could get into some dicey situations if you get like a 3-way tie. Like we could have had a 4-way tie this year.
Oh, that would have been
My feeling is if it's the difference between in and out, getting in and not playing, it should be decided on the court. If it's the difference between first and second seed, it doesn't bother me as much because they still get a chance to play.
Yes.
But right now, Township could have won this thing, and they're not going to get to play in it. And Cedar Crest can win this thing, and they will. And the difference is the second decimal point in the 6A power rating.
Yeah, that's their crutch now is, let's just do power rating. And, you have the end of the season here where you could do a one-game playoff, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, do the LL playoffs Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I think you could do that. I never really like the quarterfinal on Saturday because then you forget about it. Oh, okay, we played Saturday. Then there's no game Sunday, no game Monday, and then they start up again on Tuesday, and you're like, wait a minute, who's playing? What's this bracket? So you could do the tournament in 1 week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I think
they're worried about running into districts, though.
They're worried about that. They're worried about refs. They're worried about scheduling. They're worried about the weather. They're worried about postponed stuff. I mean, if we get dumped with snow on Saturday and boys can't play, then next week it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Because I don't think they want everybody playing on Monday night in case there's...
Other sports do that, though. Soccer does. Everyone plays the same time, boys and girls. So it's interesting that basketball doesn't. Maybe it's an officiating issue. I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. But I do miss the one-game playoff. I wish they'd go back to that. I mean, you get a gate, you get the kids out, you get a big game. Let them decide it on the court. Don't let it be decided by who played the better non-league schedule.
Yeah, and even that's unpredictable because you don't know who's going to end up being the best teams. When the season starts. You look at Hempfield. They played an incredible non-league schedule, and they're on the 17 line, and they may not get into districts. That's another thing that's on the line for Hempfield this week is if this is it for them most likely unless they squeak in. So this is their whole season. I will say the LL has something here that a lot of places don't have. The league tournament means a ton, and this will likely be the only championship whoever wins it ends up winning, on the boys' side at least. So let's get as much of it as we can. Berks County has something similar, but they have the couple dominant teams that win over and over and over again. On the boys' side, it's open. Like different teams can win this thing every year.
Big time.
It's not Reading and Berks Catholic in the final year after year after year. LS has won, Catholic has won, Lebanon's won recently, Hempfield. So this is special. So let's make it as fair as possible and get as much excitement out of it as we can. And a one-game playoff would have been
awesome,
electric.
Absolutely. Let the kids decide it on the court, not some number that 9 out of 10 of us have no idea what it means. So, all right, are you off your soapbox?
I think I am. Yeah.
All right.
I've made some more enemies. The student section at Hempfield was chirping me.
I heard that
on what was that, Tuesday night?
You got their attention, but they showed up.
They're like, we're here. Are we loud enough for you? I was
they
like,
showed up
I
and
love
showed
it.
out.
I don't care. Get mad at me because I don't care. It was great. It was a fabulous atmosphere. It was the most fun I've had all year in the gym. Yeah.
Let's throw out the challenge next week when these games get real big. Show up. Girls' games. People, show up.
Yeah, girls need student sections.
They need student sections. Get the student section for the girls' semis and the girls' final next week.
The reason I brought it up is because the players really love it. Like,
they do.
It means a lot to them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Their friends are over there going bananas, and yeah, absolutely. Okay. Very good. Anything else for the good?
That's it. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's time. Hopefully we don't get any more snow. Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday for the boys, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the girls. We'll be at every game. We'll have every game covered, and next week Jason and I will be at boys and girls semis and finals, so we'll have a ton of coverage. It's the Full Court Press podcast, talking everything local hoops. Thanks for tuning in. For Jason, I'm Jeff. Thank you, Tyler. We'll catch you next week. We'll do the regular podcast for midweek, and we might even jump in and do another special edition to get you caught up on the finals, etc. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.